Today I want to share with you my January favorites, but it's kind of a combination video. Some of these are actually December favorites as well, because as you know, I didn't do a December favorites video. So I hope you have some time to spare because I have a lot of things to share with you. Some of these were things I discovered in December, some of these things were Christmas presents, some of these things are from January, but all of them are things that I absolutely love and adore. So I'm going to share those with you today. And we're going to go ahead and get started with makeup and beauty products and skincare. And the first one I have here is the Aveda Hand Relief. For years, I have sworn by the L'Occitane hand cream as the end-all, be-all, of-all hand creams. I was wrong. I discovered this in December, and this is amazing. It goes on kind of thick, it absorbs in, and it leaves your hands feeling like silk. Just absolutely like silk. I've been using this all of December and January, and this is like the only hand cream I will use from now on. This is it. This stuff is amazing. If you've never tried Aveda, you really need to give it a go. I'll be honest, I am new to Aveda products. I had never used them, but my sister-in-law asked for a bunch of Aveda products for Christmas presents. And so when I ordered her presents, it came with a bunch of little free samples, and one of the free samples was the hand relief. I was literally gone like 3 days later to go buy a full size for myself. That's how amazing this stuff was. Okay. Another Aveda product I have is their Stress Fix. I used to get something very similar to this from, not the Body Shop. I can't remember the store I used to buy it, but basically it's a roller ball. And it's scented. The one I used to use was peppermint. This one is lavender and some other scents in here. It's aromatherapy is basically what it is. And so if you're at work and you're having a bad day, or the kids are getting on your very last nerve, you know, when lunchtime comes or you get a moment, you basically just like take this up and kind of roll it on your forehead, just like lift up your bangs and go over your eyebrows. And if you want, you could even put a little right here on the bow of your lip. And it's aromatherapy, and the lavender, it's not like it's an instant fix, you know, but it does kind of just take the edge off of yourself. So it calms you down. It's a very nice fragrance. If you can use this during lunchtime and like one of your little meditation apps on your cell phone and give yourself just 5 minutes, it's a really nice product. So yeah, so this is also from Aveda. This is their Stress Fix, just a little roller ball, and love, love, love this one. Okay. I also am going to talk about a product I've mentioned in a previous video. As you guys can see, I recently went blonde and it's fun and I'm having fun with it, but it's more blonde than I've ever been in my life. So one of the first things I had to do as far as makeup goes was change my brow tint. So I have been using the Too Faced Brow Envy Kit for months and months and months now. And inside here you have, let me hide the mirror so I don't blind you, you have your setting wax, an underbrow highlight, and then I have been wearing for months the brunette shade, because with my red hair, my reddish brown hair, the brunette suited my face perfectly. Now with the blonde hair, for the last 2 days have used the blonde shade, and I'm currently wearing it right now, and it is perfect. So that was great that, you know, you had both options in one kit, and I didn't have to then, as soon as I get my hair done, the next day realize, oh, I can't do my brows, now I gotta go to Sephora and buy something. So whether you are blonde, redhead, or brunette, this one kit can do everything, and I love, love, love this kit, because you guys know I prefer powder eyebrow fillers as opposed to a pencil. So yeah, if you're a person who changes your hair color often, or you like to play with your color, this is a great kit to buy because it's universal, really universal. So loving that as always. And then a new product, well, it's not new, but new to me, is the Josie Maran Color Stick. One, can I just say I love the rose gold packaging. This is one of those cheek colors and lipsticks in one. I don't use it as a lipstick. The argan, which I love argan oil, but the argan in the lipstick part, I don't like the taste in my mouth, because you get lipstick in your mouth. So, but I love this for my cheeks. You just rub your finger on it, put a couple little taps, and then blend it out. And I put this on before I put on like my powder. So my powder kind of goes on top of this. I love the color, I love the ease of use, and I love the argan oil because it's moisturizing your skin while it's on, and it just gives you a really dewy, youthful, healthy glow. You don't look overly made up, you just look healthy and well rested. And to me, I think that's almost what makeup should do for you. I don't want to look fake or plastic. I just really want to look, I want my skin and my eyes to just look well rested and healthy, and usually my pops of color will come in my lipstick. So, speaking of lipstick, this is the one I am currently wearing today. This is from Lancome, and this is 190 Red Addiction Matte. And I'll be honest, this is really very dark for me. This is not a color I would usually wear, but with this hair color, I found that it looked really perfect together. So, and this was one of those gift with purchases where if you spent $35, you got the little bag and all the little toss-ins. Most of my favorite lipsticks, I swear, are the ones I discover in a gift with purchase. Anytime I go and buy a lipstick, I'll like it for a week or two and then I'll fall out of favor with it. But I swear, every time I get a free lipstick, it ends up becoming one of my favorites that I will then repurchase again and again and again. I don't know why that happens. And so the item I purchased from Lancome to get the gift with purchase was this. And this is another product where this is a repurchase. I've used this stuff for years. A couple of months ago, I switched to the Clinique versions to give them a try. And I kind of liked them, but when the Clinique ones ran out, it was a no-brainer for me. I went right back to Lancome and bought my Bifacial Double Action Eye Makeup Remover. As much as I like Clinique products, the truth is this kicks Clinique's butt. This is by far the best eye makeup remover there is. It dissolves any kind of waterproof mascara or waterproof eyeliner in like 2 seconds. It's gone. So yeah, so if you're looking for a really good product to get your eye makeup off without doing a lot of scrubbing, because you never want to scrub this tender under eye area, this is definitely the one to get from Lancome. Okay, and then while we're on the topic of repeat purchases, this is another one. I love this eyeshadow. This is Benefit's Big Beautiful Eyes and Eye Contour Kit, and this is just one of those, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I didn't sleep last night, but yet I still gotta put makeup on and go to work. This product is just amazing. In fact, I finally hit pan, which is why I bought myself another one off Ulta.com. I couldn't find it on Sephora.com, so it made me afraid that maybe they're getting ready to discontinue it or something, because they had several other Benefit eyeshadow palettes on Sephora.com, but this is a tried and true. I love this, and if I think that this is actually going out, like it's about to be discontinued, I might even buy another one and put it away. You have your eye primer for your all over your lid. This is my favorite eye primer. I have Too Faced Shadow Insurances. I have Mica eye primer. I have a Smashbox one. This is the best eye primer I've ever found. My skin is very fair, and the skin on my eyelids is practically transparent. So you can see purple, you can see veins, you can see all of that stuff. And if I'm the least bit tired or a little bit dehydrated, it becomes even more pronounced. This stuff just makes all of that go away, and even on a day where I don't put on a full face of makeup, I will still put this on just so that I look well rested. And then this is your eyelid color right here. Here is your crease color, and this has become like my universal, I don't care what eye palette I'm wearing, this is the color I use along my lash line. And oh my God, this palette, it's small, compact, perfect for traveling, and it's a no-brainer. I could probably put this palette on my eyes in the morning with my eyes shut and not even look at what I'm doing. It's that easy to use and that great of a palette. I love it, I love it, I love it, and I can never be without that one ever again. A couple more things here in the makeup category. This one is the NYC City Proof 24-hour waterproof eyeliner pencil. And I've said in the past that I'm not a big fan of spending tons of money on eyeliners. This is like a $3, $4 product, but it is very good. I admit it's one I have to sharpen, which you guys know I don't usually buy this kind. This came to me free in a box, and so I've been using it. It's a nice dark brown, which I really appreciated, because a lot of the times the boxes, they'll send you a very weird color, like some mermaid blue or mermaid green eyeliner that, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to wear that. Or they'll always send you black, 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 black. And I don't really like black eyeliners. I will wear them in the evening time if we're going somewhere and I want a really dramatic face. But for my day-to-day look, for going to work and stuff, I find black is just a little bit harsh on me. So I really prefer a coffee brown or a dark brown. And so this color was fabulous, and the formula is great. It does not come off. It does stay, I don't know if it'll stay 24 hours, but it definitely stays from morning till night. So it's a very great eyeliner, and I love the smoothness of it. It glides down like butter. It's very good. My last product, to get free shipping from Ulta when I repurchased my big, beautiful eyes, you had to have $50. And so I didn't really need any other makeup products, and you know, things from Ulta, things from Sephora, they're not cheap. So I only needed to spend like $15 more. Have you ever tried buying something from Ulta or Sephora.com that's only $15? Yeah, it's almost impossible. So I found on there this Posy Balm by Benefit, and it is a lip balm with color, and I love this. It's very nourishing, and it's kind of like a clear, it's a little bit pigmented, but it's mostly pinkish clear. So no matter what lipstick you're wearing, you can apply this right on top of it. It's beautiful. It's creamy, but not overly creamy. It's not super shiny. And a lot of the lipsticks I love to wear for some reason are mattes. Almost every lipstick I've been wearing lately is a matte lipstick. Well, matte lipsticks are beautiful, but they're very drying. So then once I put on my lipstick, I love the fact that I can come in and put this on top. It doesn't change the color at all, but it gives you that nice creaminess that you want to have on your lips, because nobody likes having dry lips. Alright, and so that is all of my beauty products for this week. Now we're kind of moving on to some lifestyle favorites, and one I have to share. I've already mentioned this in a previous video when I was doing an update on my life planner and my teacher planner. That video I went up, I believe, was it 2 weeks ago? But so I have to talk about my Happy Day pen set. Oh my God. If you are an ink pen addict like I am, I don't really do a lot on the computer unless I absolutely have to. I like to handwrite notes. I like to handwrite my lesson plans and my planner, and I like just sometimes even when I'm like thinking to myself or journaling at nighttime, I'm always writing something. So I have a serious ink pen addiction. But with my planners, you know, you've got very small boxes. These pens are amazing. They're from Hong Kong, and I found that you can either get them from Etsy shops, or they're actually cheaper if you order them off eBay. So like when you go to eBay, do a search for Happy Day ink pens, or you can search the brand, which is Ninju, Ningjju. I'll spell that one more time, Ningjju. And as soon as you type those into your eBay search, it'll pull up a whole variety of sellers who sell these pens. And they come in all kinds of colors, but I'll show you the tip here. The tip is insanely small. I mean, look how teensy tiny that tip is. It's like writing with almost like a hypodermic needle. And so the print is fine. It's beautiful. It's clear. They don't have like, ink flows where suddenly you're writing and you get this blob of ink. I cannot say enough good things about these pens. And they are a gel pen, but they are lovely. And here's all the colors that the inks come in. So yeah, if you're looking for a very, very extremely fine tip pen, these are the ones for you. Okay. And then another thing I found in January that I absolutely love is this Teacup. I love tea. I don't really drink it in the morning very often. I'm usually going for something with a lot of caffeine, and I'm not a fan of Earl Grey. But I love to have a tea when I come home from work or in the evening. I find it really relaxing. And it's pink and it's got hearts and it's so girly, and I just loved it. It was like $4.99 at Target, and I think they still have them because I was at Target last weekend and I saw them there still. So if you want just like the girliest teacup you could possibly have, and that is my phone. You get to hear my Minions ringtone because it's going to go on forever and ever. I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back. Alright, answer the phone. It was my husband. He's out doing some grocery shopping. My foot's a little tender today, so he went and did the shopping for me. And of course, you know how men are at the supermarket. He's like texting me like every 5 seconds. This, should I get this one? Should I get this one? It's like, honey, just shop. It's okay. Moving back to the video, another Christmas present that I asked for. I literally asked for this. I finally got the Sigma Beauty Brushes to Go kit. This is not their Mr. Bunny or Mrs. Bunny because it's pink for one, so it was a different traveling kit. But I've wanted this for quite some time, but it was one of those things where it's like, I have makeup brushes and I like my makeup brushes, so I really want to splurge, kitty claws, and get, more makeup brushes. So when people were like, what would you like for Christmas? I said, I would really like to have the Sigma brush set. And it turns out I love them. I really, really do. So if you go through here, I will say the powder brush, I use this for a blush brush. When it comes to putting on like my whole face powder, I prefer my enormous Real Techniques one for face powder. So what they call their powder brush, I use for blush. And then this one I use for my highlighting right through here. And I absolutely love the contour brush for getting into the crease. And then the little brushes are awesome for either like along the base of your eyelashes or eyebrows. And then this is the pencil brush here, which I use to put on that brown color along my lash line and like buff it out a little bit and make it nice and blended. And then this eyeshadow brush is the one I use for my underbrow highlights. About the only brush in here I don't use is the foundation brush because I use a beauty blender. So other than that, I love all the brushes in here, and I love the convenience of this, and the few brushes that I do use that are Real Technique brushes that I still use also will fit in this cup. So, and including the lid. So that's awesome to know that when we're traveling or on vacation or something, or if I'm going up north to the cottage, I can just pop this in my bag and all my brushes are in here and they're protected. So yeah, I love, love, love this. So happy I finally got this one. Because you know how it is. Sometimes there's something you want, but it's like you don't need it, you just want it. And so it's kind of hard to bite the bullet and splurge, especially when you're splurging on yourself. It's easy to splurge on other people, but when it comes to yourself, you kind of hold back on that. Alright, to go with my favorite teacup from Target, I wanted to share with you the two teas that I've been positively addicted to lately. One is the Tazo's Apricot Vanilla Cream. I love this tea. And then the other one is Celestial Seasonings Country Peach Passion. And this is kind of funny, but like I said before that I love my tea at nighttime. And so the apricot has what they call, 3 dots worth of caffeine in it. So I wouldn't drink this one at bedtime. I would drink this one because it's an herbal tea that's caffeine free. But I was at work one day, and whenever I make a tea, it's a big cup. So I always throw 2 tea bags in. And it's funny, I had 1 Tazo left, and I had 1 Celestial Seasoning, so I'm like, ugh, but I want a big cup of tea. So I threw 1 of each in the cup, and that has now become my favorite tea. My favorite tea is literally to throw in 1 apricot vanilla cream with 1 country peach passion, and let them both steep together for a minute or 2, and then it makes an amazing flavored cup of tea with just a hint of caffeine in it. So this way you could have it in the evening or earlier in the day. Okay, so those are my teas that I've been drinking, and then if you want an amazingly delicious cookie to have with your cup of tea, oh my god, I bought the cinnamon bun Oreos. These are wicked good. So good. I cannot even stress to you just how good these were, because not only is the cream like cinnamon cream cheese flavored, but even the vanilla cookie has cinnamon in it. So you're getting a double dose of cinnamon, and I ate way too many of these. I really did. In fact, I kind of had them hidden so that the boys only got a couple of them. So yeah, I actually ate the majority of these cookies. In fact, it's empty. I kept the packaging to make this video, but this is currently an empty cookie bag, and I want to buy another one, and yet I'm not going to buy another one because, quite frankly, I don't need calories. But yeah, if you're looking for something indulgent to have with your cup of tea at night, definitely check these out. And then moving on, the next thing I want to talk about are some amazing books that I've read. Also, for Christmas, my father bought me a new Kindle because my Kindle bit the dust. It finally hit the floor one too many times, and I actually had the Paperwhite with the liquid ink in there, and so it got like spider webs and the ink was suddenly streaky and you couldn't read it anymore. But so recently I've read some really good books, and the first one I want to share with you is Crimson Shore by Preston and Child. Preston and Child are probably my favorite author team. I like spooky. I love suspense. But I also like Indiana Jones type things. I like an archaeological mystery or a 5,000-year-old mystery, what's going on. I love those kinds of things. If you like James Rollins kinds of books or Clive Cussler's kinds of books, you will definitely love Preston and Child. And so their first book was called The Relic. I really recommend reading that one first and then kind of reading them in series. You don't have to, but they will make more sense to you since they do carry over characters over and over and over. And I mean, I've read I've read all of their books, and they're probably now like 30 books deep, that when they actually kill off a character, you're like crying, you're devastated. It's like, oh my God, you killed him? What were you thinking? Boo, boo. Sorry, she's attacking my umbrella light. Boo, hey, stop that. Bad kitty. No. Okay. Sorry. I was out of the corner of my eye. I could see my umbrella's like shaking, and she's like biting the umbrella. It's like, I just bought those. Don't do that. So anyway, Crimson Shore by Preston and Child is amazing. And then another one I just finished not that long ago was by Dorothy Eden, The American Heiress. This book is one of those like Cinderella, but a Cinderella who pulls herself up by her own bootstraps, if that makes sense. It's about a servant who is on a voyage with her mistress to cross the Atlantic and go marry an English nobleman. And this was at the time when like the Vanderbilts were marrying into the nobility, and they all wanted a title, and the English were, living off of the American dowries. Well, I won't give away too much information, but I will say the voyage sinks, and the maid survives and assumes the identity of her mistress. So yeah, it's really good. Through the whole book, she's trying to keep her secret and yet somehow find a way to let her secret be known, because she's not exactly proud of what she's done, but yet she's in a situation where, she doesn't want to go back to being a maid. And I won't say too much more because I don't want to give away the whole plot line. But yeah, this is one of those, if you've ever fantasized about becoming somebody else and just assuming someone else's identity or lifestyle, this was a really good read and I enjoyed it. And it was a pretty quick read too. And then another one I am reading right now, I'm only about halfway through it. This is by Irina Shapiro. This is called Haunted Ground. I have been on a real haunted house kick lately, or just spooky in general. This is about a young woman who's an American, and her whole life she's dreamed of going to England and buying some great house in England and making it a bed and breakfast or a hotel room, and just, you know, moving her whole life to England and starting over. So, and it's funny because when I was 13 years old and into Duran Duran, that was pretty much my exact same fantasy. I was going to move to England, start a new life there, marry Simon Le Bon, and live happily ever after. So I'm really enjoying this one, and the house does have ghosts, and there's haunted things, and there's this adorable Scotsman in the book who sounds really handsome, and so yeah, I'm really enjoying this one too. So that's it for books right now, although I have just downloaded a bunch of like scary storybooks because I just threw my coffee cup at the cat because she's still trying to eat my umbrella light. I don't know what's with her. She's usually such a good kitty. So, but I've downloaded a whole bunch of spooky titles because, as I've mentioned, I'm going to be having foot surgery next weekend, and I'm going to be laid up for a couple of weeks, so I wanted to make sure that I just had tons and tons of reading material to pass the time. So that was that. And then last but not least, I wanted to share a couple things I've been watching on Netflix, because during the week I don't really have time to watch, you know, a show that comes on every Monday at 9 o'clock or something. That's just not me. Most times Monday at 9 o'clock I'm already in bed for the night. I am definitely a Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning Netflix binge watching person. So lately I have been binge watching the first season of Reign, which is about Mary Queen of Scots and Francis, the Dauphin of France, and his father, King Henry, and Catherine de' Medici. And this is a time period I'm absolutely fascinated by. I've read almost every book I can get my hands on about the Tudors, the French nobility, Catherine de' Medici. She was, oh my God, these people, these are characters that you honestly just couldn't even make up. They're so crazy, some of them, and yet fascinating. And Catherine de' Medici's, obsession with poisons, and, King Henry's obsession with conquering all of the world, and yet doing it with the Pope's blessing because he's a devout Catholic, but then he goes mad, and then all of this is happening at a time when, Queen Elizabeth is about to rise to power in England. And so it's just, I love European nobility, kings and queens. I could read that material all the time. I really could. In fact, I've probably read at least 30 to 40 books on these people. So I'm really enjoying the TV series. Yes, they're taking a lot of liberties with history, but it's still really interesting and fun to watch. Another thing I watched recently on Netflix was Making a Murderer, and it's a 10-part documentary, which was amazing. You watch this and you really think to yourself, wow, this guy is innocent. These people really did set him up. And I can understand why so many people were suddenly petitioning to have him released. They were actually picketing and demonstrating to have this man, Stephen Avery, released from jail. But then I listened to a 10-part podcast on iHeartRadio, and it basically goes episode by episode telling you what you didn't see in the documentary. And you realize that the documentary is done in excessively one-sided. There is a whole host of evidence that the prosecution brought to the table that never even got shown in the documentary. So things that really explain why I honestly, I think he did it. Once you hear the other side, you can't walk away anymore going, oh, he's an innocent man. Though there really was enough evidence to convict him. So if you're interested, if you like a who did it, or actually like courtroom dramas, that type of thing, watch the 10-part series Making a Murderer, but then go to iHeartRadio and listen to the 10-part podcast that presents the other side. It's once you put those two together, it's really amazing. It's an amazing, an addicting story that you want to hear more and you want to hear more. So, and with that, I'm going to wrap up yet another excessively long video, which I think by now you guys have just come to expect them. My videos are going to be well over 25 minutes, heck, sometimes even 30. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy these products. If you've used any of these, be sure to let me know. If you've had the Cinnamon Bun Oreos, oh my God, definitely let me know if you've tried those and if you love them as much as I did. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me in the future, click the subscribe button. And be sure to stick around because next weekend I'm going to be doing a vlog, my surgery prep. I've had surgeries before. This is not my first time being out of commission. So I'm going to take you step by step about how I get the house ready, how I make ahead meals, the things I stock my refrigerator with. So this way, if you know you have a surgery coming up, or even if you're sick or something and you want to make a list that you want to send your husband with to go pick up, so this way the children can get fed, be sure to check that video out next weekend. And with that, I will talk to you later.